Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advanced Week to get to your next game.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. On first down, it's Taylor. Underneath for Johnson. No gain, and it's second down. And a peek now at the offense for Cleveland.
An emerging threat in the passing game is David Njoku, who had a really nice rookie season in 2017 with 32 catches, 386 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And many also remember he was the third first-round pick for Cleveland.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, there was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here's Taylor. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
In today's NFL, you're not just looking for height from your cornerbacks. You're looking for length in order to combat the tall wide receivers that they have to play against each and every week. And Artie Burns has all of that. In addition, he has the ability to change direction and make plays on the football in the air. And finally, he's a willing tackler, which is really key for cornerbacks today.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. First carry for James Conner. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. Fights off the defender. It's a foot race. 30. And he takes this down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now it's Conner. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gained?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do. And I think you wonder, what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
A big reason this team led the league in offense, their offensive line. Monster strength. 3 Pro Bowlers last year in Alejandro Villanueva, David DeCastro, and Marquise Pouncey. Kept their quarterbacks upright to throw it downfield and carved a lot of holes for their runners.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
The Steelers making their way out is sort of an interesting offseason for them. You at times get the sense that there's not always complete harmony, but boy, when you get everyone together and that offense is humming, there's something to watch.
They almost feel like a team that they actually use that works for them, right? Different guys want the ball, different guys want attention, and then when it's focused on them, they tend to produce. Now, I think on the defensive side of the ball, they got a great rookie season out of T.J. Watt at outside linebacker. But I'm hearing whispers this offseason that Bud Dupree, another outside linebacker, is due for a big season. And if so, they could be back to being known as Blitzburg.
Eluding the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Over the middle here to Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And the Steelers are in for the touchdown.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Now it's Hyde on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. We get a glance at Duke Johnson as he heads back out onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Oh, the spin. A minute 59 to go in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder coming up at the half, we hook up with a new guy, Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis, and more importantly this year, scores and stats from around the league here in week one. So do not press that skip button. Flushed out right. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're not going to have to.
Now Roethlisberger rolling to his left. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 42 yards.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around him.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Steps away to his left. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And now it's second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
On third and goal, Roethlisberger. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth. How about the defensive stand here from first and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns heading out on offense, Charles, and everybody knows the story. It's been 10 straight years of losing seasons, 0-16 last year. But it feels like there is some optimism. Is it warranted?
It'll be warranted if they can translate all of that optimism, the draft choices, the free agent pickups, the molding of a team into winning a game and then turning it into at least a modest winning streak. They have a great opportunity here in the opener against the Pittsburgh Steelers, their hated rival. That will make everyone feel better, not just the organization, but all the fans that surround them.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. Oh, good move. And some room to maneuver. They can't tackle it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do, because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Now it's Hyde on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down again. Bud Dupree in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw, and this is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, 50 yards, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
Man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 28-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Taylor now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake. Here's Taylor. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. On 2nd down, Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball. Here's Taylor. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up. It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust. And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat.
Taylor hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Taylor throwing on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Bring this one home.
Now Roethlisberger, incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Taylor. Screen play, Johnson. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll run at Stephen Ridley. And some space here. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
They'll run with Ridley. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now Ridley. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is Ridley. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Turning into a really good performance on the road, week one. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game.
The players on your team quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. You have an injury from the last game. See how long. Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Hey, everybody, it's the All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week two, and we've got a good one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. First carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 15 carries, 71 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing now is Mahomes, and that is incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And they'll run it here. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And some concerns caused him to slip to the 5th round. I guess if you're him, the good news is you kind of flew under the radar. Maybe expectations are low. You can come in and prove something.
And a lot to prove, because those off-field concerns that creep in on you, you want to prove that they're all wrong, that they don't matter, that you are a much better player than what people picked you.
And you take a look at his draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. D. Ford. In from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job.
And that's caught inside.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now and caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. This Pittsburgh defense always keeping the offensive line on their toes, or I guess on their heels and back.
They are certainly about pressure, aren't they? At 56 sacks as a unit in 2017, which led the NFL. They certainly live up to their nickname, which is Blitzburg.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now Brown. Brown with his stick skills. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, the coach is back. He made it through the first weekend. That's the good news, and he's going to regale you with stats and scores from around the NFL here in the early games in Week 2.
You think he questioned coming back for Week 2, having to work with us?
I think he did. He's just happy that he is far away in Orlando. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. And defensive...
There we go. Sorry about that. Had a little technical difficulties, but let's get back to this game. I got that blitz stopped on that marker. We're gonna get this back. Let's get them back. We're gonna play it. We're gonna pay them back, bro.
And they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're gonna feel awesome going to the bench after that big play. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line.
All right, let's go. Sorry about that. That Crazy Indian Worldwide is back on the air. We are in just under 2 minutes into my first half of the second game. I'm leading these Chiefs 7-0. I'm at my home opener. We're gonna try to get this damn safety here, bro. Come on, really? Okay. We're gonna get that cover 3. We're gonna hit that cover 3 up, baby. Oh!
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Man, why am my people getting hit like injured for? That's so ridiculous. We gonna get this though.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
You ain't gonna get nothing, boy. Get off him. All right.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
We're gonna get this. We're gonna get him. We're gonna hit him in the knee and knock him in another knee.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. He's gonna look deep for Watkins. He's got it.
Oh, come on.
A big play there just before halftime.
All right. That's all good. We're going to get this. We're going to get this.
They were holding their breath, but nowadays they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone.
That's right. We're gonna just limit them to a field goal, fam. It's all good. Feel that we're gonna pick them off. Field goal, pick off. I don't know. Prefer damn field goal attempt. That's right. Get that out of my house. Let's ice that kicker, yo. Let's get him in his head.
For the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready.
All right, let's get this. Come on. Come on, baby boy. Let's get this.
And the kick by Butker is good.
What a name. You know he got made fun of.
It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And all that work, but he stopped
Alright, it's all good.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
We're going to run this.
Quickly fading here in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're able to get this one
There we
across
go.
the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Yeah. Let's just take it to the half.
So
We're taking it to half.
Now proceed to the start of the second half.
We're going to get this ball, yo. We're going to put some points on the board. We're going to get this home victory.
Be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
All right, let's get this.
The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation.
All right,
here
AP.
as we begin the
Come
third
on, AB.
I like the way you
Come
turn
on,
that
AB.
because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked.
And that's caught.
There you go. Look at him go. Look at that.
Let's face it, it's tough to defend guys just in regular time. But when they get extra time, when the guy maneuvers outside of the pocket, that's just almost unfair because now trying to stay with
All right,
the
let's
receiver,
go.
very, very difficult to do, and a big play is often the result.
There we go.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now.
All right, let's
The
go.
offense is on his
Look at that.
toes.
Steeler Nation Unite. That's right. There's my boy, Le'Veon. What up, Le'Veon? It's about time you decided to join this freaking game, bro. Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell.
There we go. There we go.
And he's in. Touchdown.
Look at Le'Veon Bell, y'all.
Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown of the new season.
That's right, baby.
Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Look at that.
And there you go, nothing really too complex.
Nope.
Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football.
Look at that.
Beats good tackling.
Look at his little Le'Veon dance, bro. That's right. You can put your song.
Boswell. Boswell good with the extra point. And that
There we
pushes
go.
the lead up to 11.
That's right.
Scoring summary. 3-play drive.
76 yards.
Le'Veon Bell touchdown.
Alright, we're going to kick it down the middle for him because we're nice people in Steel City. We good, hardy people, but we nice.
Boswell on now to kick
We ain't
this
too
one
nice
back.
like our counterparts in the Keystone State, Philly. We ain't going to talk about that. Ooh,
It'll bring it a few past the 20 to
look at
the
that steel curtain
24-yard
special
line.
team there, bro. Look at that. We going to get this victory.
So here's the Chiefs
We's gonna get
offense
this
ready for their
victory,
first
yo.
reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play, right?
Alright, let's go.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Alright, let's go.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 30.
It's okay. It's okay. We're going to stop him here, though.
Precursor of a big second half.
We're going to stop him. We're going to stop him.
Only converted once in 4 tries.
That's
They're
right.
looking at third and a few inches. To throw, it's Mahomes.
There you go.
In Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first rounder Artie Burns.
There we go, baby.
Kelsey.
Look at that. Look at Burnsy go. Look at him.
I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
There we go.
Steelers set to take the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back
let's
at
go.
it.
And you know me,
Let's get Samuels' first TD, baby.
Right now.
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Space to run past the 20. It'll be a gain of 17
There we go.
and a Pittsburgh first.
6.5 yards per carry. That's what I'm talking about. That's what it do. Show me what that mouth do.
It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they
Let's get this touchdown for this rook here. Come on, rookie. We'll get Big Ben will get you that touchdown, son. All right, Derek Johnson. You made your damn point. Get off him.
In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Let's hit them curl flats.
That's a tough one right there.
That's some curl flats.
The linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a
Come on, Juju. Come on, Juju. Come on, Juju.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought that
Big Ben gonna get some back.
6 yards there off
We got that 6 that back. It's all good. All right. We gonna get this. All right, we gonna get this, son. We gonna hit. Let's hit that corner of that end zone.
They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Fade out. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It's all good.
But that was certainly an aggressive.
Don't even worry about it, Coach. Don't even worry about this.
Took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
I want some fish sticks. No, I'm just playing.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
It's okay. We're gonna still win though. That's right. Good snap. Good home. Good placement. Didn't want to, not come out with nothing on the stat sheet, but hey, we're gonna get points when we can. I don't care if it's 27 yards out, 50 yards out. We're gonna get points. One way or a nation, Stabler Nation. One way.
Very short kick, taken right at the 20.
Let's go.
Start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's get this. Come on.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you
Of course you would be. That's common sense. Come on, Brandon Godden.
I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
There we go.
let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
Look at T.J. Watt in there. He wants to play. He wants to knock somebody's head off.
Because now you can't run any offense at all.
All right, let's go.
How they attack them here. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game. Under a heavy rush and
There you go.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
All right, Mahomes. We ain't gonna get nothing no more.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And incomplete here on 3rd.
That's right. Burnsy had his hands in that.
Second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle.
All right, it's all
They're
good.
just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
It's all
He gets
good.
this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Brown. Oh, able to avoid him. Ooh, what a move.
There we go.
An excellent return that time. 26 yards.
We got it, AP. We got it, AP. Don't even worry about it, AP.
With a 1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own 28-yard line.
Come on, Juju. Come on, Juju.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. Going.
Oh, what?
It's intercepted.
Who was that?
Off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 30.
Ay.
Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see they're very deep in the playbook.
Let's go. Let's go. Ain't gonna get nothing.
I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this until it becomes a game situation.
We're gonna knock them around.
It's a pickup of
It's okay.
bring up 2nd down.
I only got them 3, so they only like they think they're gonna get 7 on this drive, son. Yeah, nah. Look at TJ Watt in there. Just like his brother, just like TJ Watt, who played for the Texans. Look at that.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you got your hand in my cookie jar. Get it out of there. It's the 4th quarter. Let's play.
Back now in Pittsburgh.
That's right. You in the Berg, baby. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 3rd down, 4 quarters up. And they stay down, and they fucking stay down. Oh! Look at John, Mr. Davis, all happy. What's my goal right now? Alright. No interception. Come on, AB. Let's get that goal done for Big Ben. There we go. You got it. There we go. There we go. Who's my running back now? Alright, let's go.
With this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Alright.
Get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 40.
We'll get a yard. I don't care. I don't really care, son. As long as I get some type of yardage out of it.
So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have
Alright, down set, ready.
to go over things just like
That's it.
Where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, but at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Alright, let's get this. We're gonna hit him with that dagger. Like, we're gonna put this game on ice with that dagger throw, bruh. Come on, Juju. Don't let me down, Juju. That's what I'm talking about.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down.
All right, let's go.
Doesn't matter whether they
Let's go.
scouted it or that they think he's
Let's burn some more clock, Bo.
Oh.
Oh.
And completing the connection.
Snap.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I was thinking more like a lawn dart, but okay. Okay.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding.
Play action post.
But you got to figure now they're going to see more people.
Come on, AB. Come on, AB. This is 4 quarters. Why you get your damn money up?
Dancing to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And he's
there you go.
Before reaching the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's right. Steel City, here I come. Said Steel City, we come.
Confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in.
There we go.
Congratulations to James Washington. That's his first touchdown in the NFL. And the Steelers.
That's right. That's game right there, essentially, fam. That's right. We're going to go on that 2-0 start, yo. There you go.
We know that it's difficult, but guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but the same
24-3. Sorry. Had to do it, yo. Alright, Bozzy. Alright, let's go. We're going to normal kick this. Let's go.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
Yeah, you're going to back of my end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
That's right. And we can keep it like that.
Now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
All right, let's get
Pick
this.
up there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people
It's a
like
2-minute warning, fam.
end, maybe in a
2
little
minutes, we're
flex
gonna hold them off.
position
We're gonna get
because
this W.
creates
Let's get this
mismatches
W
with his
right,
size.
right home. Send the Pittsburgh boys and girls home with a victory.
So the
Lift them
Chiefs
with
in
and
possession
tails.
of the ball
Come
as
on,
we
bro.
welcome you back.
Come
They're
on.
looking at second down now as they
Come
search
on.
for a consolation score.
They don't need no consolation score. What's the
They'll
matter?
run it now out of the gun.
Oh,
They'll be
yeah.
brought down shy of
The
the
gang
40 at the
tackle you.
38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They're going
All
to
right.
need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take
There
it
you
down.
go.
Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
11. Woo, baby.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
That's
Picked off at
right.
the 45, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
That's right,
Well, this
baby.
defensive pressure's been constant all game long. The pass
Let's
rush,
do that
the
one more
coverage,
time, family.
they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
That's what I'm talking about.
Getting set to take the field. They
3
have a big
takeaways. I'm
lead
happy
here.
with that with my
They protected
defense.
their home
Come on,
turf
Le'Veon. A
early.
couple
They
of
certainly
runs.
did, partner,
We'll
and just think
put
about
this
how
game
good
on
that feels
ice.
because every
That's right.
team has a goal when they
Let's
start
go.
the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's
Let's go.
familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
Let's go.
And indeed, they protected the home field.
Protecting my
in the
house
final
is what I'm
stages.
doing. What you talking about? What you talking about there, son? What you talking about? A couple of haters? Come on. Come on now.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's brought
There you
down.
go.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
4 yards after contact. I'll take
I know
that.
every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we
That's
think about
right.
making people miss the hesitation move. But you're gonna
Le'Veon
forget
Bell,
Michigan
you
State
did
is a
your
bruiser
job,
with a
boy.
temper, and he still has those capabilities.
Got your runs in.
225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. And
Ah.
he'll be taken down at the 34.
That was about a couple,
The
maybe.
All-Pro
Oh, yard.
Justin Houston in on the
It was all good.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading
All
the
right,
play
who I got
and
next?
flowing to make
Daniels?
the
All
stop
right, let's
before
go,
it turns
Daniels.
into something big.
One more run. This game's over. All right, let's go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25.
Mike Tomlin, we're going to take a timeout. We're going to think about this.
Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game.
Because we're
that's
getting in that
already been
victory
decided.
formation. Shut the hell up. We're going to put our knee down to the ground. And that's going to be game, folks. Thank you for coming, Kansas City.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
There you go.
And Charles, I think
There we go.
schedule
We
comes
knocked
all
out the first 2
teams
games
still
of the
have
year.
a
I will do
predictable
another
finish. Talk
game or
about
so
protecting
tonight.
your home turf. They were able to do that here in
That's
this one.
this has been another That Crazy Indian Worldwide production.
Hold on to it. They got it done.
Hit
and
that
they
like
look
button.
very good.
Ding that bell when you know when I'm be playing something.
So for the Steelers, it's a win here. That
And
as they
hit my
move to
PSN up at
2-0.
mat2784's so we can stream some games together, whatever you got.
Buccaneers.
Let's play some
Meanwhile,
games.
for the Chiefs,
And we're
they'll
gonna
drop to
we're gonna get it
0-2.
done.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.
But that's gonna be enough.
Certainly have to thank Charles.
That's gonna be it for tonight. I love streaming with my fans. Hopefully I'll get more subscribers and views up. That's the plan. This crazy India Worldwide wants to thank y'all. We'll thank y'all. And that's what it is. We're going to advance.
Let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Alright, 2 more injuries. Hold on, let's see who we got here. Stephen Ridley, okay. Connor, yeah, I know. But yo, this has been like I said, this has been that Indian Worldwide Crazy Productions here. We gonna get it in. I'll holler at y'all when I see y'all. Remember, hit them like buttons and ding them bells so you know when I'll be streaming. I'll hit y'all up when I hit y'all up.